This chapter introduces a variety of new characters. Not just one, not the Zarathustra lookalike that was shown at the end of last chapter, which I neglected to talk about. That completely slipped my fucking mind. It really did. But sorry for that. Now I actually can talk about it since we got a little bit more information about this character. So this Zarathustra lookalike pretty much has ice magic. Okay, can use ice and froze this sand crawler like nothing. And holy shit, that was pretty damn powerful. So this dude is probably going to be really powerful and a big ally in the future of this arc. I could see how he could be very important, but that's not really what mainly this chapter focuses on. Actually, this chapter focuses on a variety of characters and introducing a lot of people that are probably going to be very important to this arc, this tournament that we're getting into that, you know, our characters are currently going towards. And let's talk about each individual one. So not just the, you know, the Snow Zarathustra, we have it to where there's this other group shown that looks like they're assassins of some sort. They're like knights or assassins, and they use poison. They're creepy as fuck, and their faces look like, whoa. So, I mean, they right there are probably going to be one of the main villains of the arc, probably having their own ideals and goals that they want to accomplish, which makes them probably very shady and most likely going to cause some problems for our characters. They're definitely going to be one of the characters we're going to peg as probably the possible villains of the arc besides the Ten Commandments. And then we have this other character that was shown, which was some form of druid from my understanding, because this dude, he starts screaming at this, you know, dead creature, the sandcrawler, and he's like, oh goddess, and he's like, let me pray and all that, and that means that he's probably a druid of some kind since he said goddess. And as soon as I saw that, I'm like, this dude is pretty fucking crazy. Like, he's really crazy, because you want to know why? When he's sitting here screaming and all that for this creature that he supposedly killed, and he's worshipping and, like, praying to the gods and goddesses and stuff, you see bodies all over the place that this creature killed. And he's not even worrying about the people that died. Like, he's not even giving a shit about the people that has died and been cut in half or whatever. He's just praying to this creature that just killed everybody. So, that's pretty fucked up. So, this guy has a few screws loose if you actually take a moment to consider that. So, he's definitely going to be a very interesting character, and I can't wait to see how he's going to go. Because I always like psychologically unbalanced characters in series, and seeing something like that has piqued my interest. Now, another character that was introduced was some form of boy, girl, whatever, I don't really know, was doing a song and doing like some form of poem and all that, and that was kind of at the beginning of the chapter. Now, we don't know much about this character, probably going to be very vital as well, we don't know exactly, but clearly that person's also going to be rather important to, you know, what is going down in this arc. And then we have another character which was shown, and the character looks like some form of samurai, and that right there, when I saw this samurai, that really piqued my interest, because I'm like, this is one of the first times we've seen, like, a samurai, isn't it? Like, I mean, think about this. Like, have we ever seen a samurai? Like, we've seen knights, we've seen, you know, all sorts of different knights, a variety of holy knights and stuff, but I don't think we've ever seen a samurai, like, something that looks like that, or a character that looks like that, and I am very fascinated about the character design, because it's very different from a lot of characters we've gotten in Taizai, and seeing how this dude cut this creature in half, the sandcrawler, like nothing, we know he's pretty damn strong. But then, when you compare all of what these guys did to what Meliodas did, then they're just pretty much a piece of shit. See, Meliodas, he knocks out, like, I think, 6, 7, maybe 5. He knocks out a bunch of sandcrawlers. He doesn't even kill them. He just knocks them out, which goes to show you Meliodas is way above everybody else that's currently walking through this maze. So, to be honest, the first half of the chapter, which focused entirely on Diane, you know, Gilthunder, and Hauser, it was definitely overshadowed by everything else in this chapter. Even though they were the main central focus of the chapter, they were overshadowed, and honestly, they were rendered as if they were fucking weak. Like, they were really fucking weak. Because, yes, they kicked its ass with magic, but when it comes to the, you know, gap between everybody else that we saw in this chapter, everybody else is leaps and bounds above everybody else. I mean, Gilthunder, Hauser, and Diane are pretty much low-tier stuff compared to what we saw from everyone else in the chapter. I mean, look what Meliodas did. He knocked out multiple without even killing them. This other dude chops one in half like nothing with a damn sword. You have a druid that looks like he beat the fucking shit out of it and put holes into it. I mean, you have so many different deaths to these sandcrawlers, and, you know, Diane was hitting and all that, and it was tanking blows like nothing. So, I mean, mean, honestly, the Diane stuff, Diane definitely needs a power-up. I understand Diane's situation because she really hasn't had a power-up or gotten any stronger or really any training. You also have to factor in that she forgot quite a bit. For instance, you know, she doesn't have her memory, so she's probably lost all her talent she had with fighting or her battle experience, which probably causes another issue entirely with her being able to fight creatures, you know, and be able to win. So, I mean, I understand Diane's situation, why she can't really do as well as everybody else in this chapter, so she definitely needs a power-up. She definitely needs a power-up or some way to get stronger. She needs to, you know, train, because she's severely lacking in the strength department, even though she is a giant. And besides that, however, the end of the chapter, I just gotta say, I'll laugh my ass off just seeing how these sandcrawlers are going to be turned into scraps for Hawk. So Hawk is probably going to be able to transform into these sandcrawlers and being able to use his power that was, you know, kind of explained a little bit more in last week's chapter. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.